Hey guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if you're new here and welcome back if you're a regular. I really hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. So for today we are working on an apartment in San Myshuno and this is for my save file. This is an apartment for a single father and 9 daughters, I do believe. Possibly 10. I think we do have 10 actually, and it is quite a small apartment, but I think it turned out really cute, so I really hope you guys like it. But yes, so this apartment is where the penthouse usually is, on the far left side of San Myshuno. And San Myshuno comes with the City Living expansion pack. If you guys don't already have it, I highly recommend. It's one of my favourite packs. I use it every single day. But yeah, so we are living in the lot where the penthouse usually is, but I have made a giant apartment block, and these apartments will be uploaded to my gallery once I have finished all of them. I will be making my own save file, but it'll probably take a very long time to complete. Obviously, if I could talk properly that would be great, but I will upload the overall apartment in sections, so you guys will be able to access it without downloading the whole save, because I know some of you don't like having to download stuff, and I totally get that because I'm the same. So I will be uploading it to my gallery. Everything will be completely free, of course, and I really want to have like exciting new builds for you guys to play with, because I'm struggling. I'm struggling when I'm in my legacy gameplay to find builds that I think are good. Not that other creators aren't good, because they are insanely talented, but they just don't fit my family, or they don't fit the visual of what I want. They still look great, but it's just not really my style. So I'm trying to make stuff that I feel is very what's the word? It encompasses that style of home, you know, it's hard to describe what I mean, but very suburban classic sim style, very blue in case you couldn't tell. But I just think it's adorable, so I really hope you guys like it. And if you do have any suggestions of households you'd like me to build for, then do let me know in the comments below. I will happily build for a particular family that you guys want to see an apartment made for. And yeah, so we are building, like I said, for a single dad, and he has 10 daughters. Now, the little bit of the storyline behind it, I kind of felt like the dad was a bit of a, you know, what's the word? He's into nature. He's very very chill. He's quite calm. He's quite a quiet person. He's got quite a silent personality, I suppose, to the outside world, but in reality he's this really fun loving, crazy, super fun dad to all of these little girls. And I just think it's a really fun household, and I just really like this build, and I think it represents his personality really nicely. So to the outside world he appears quite calm and you know, not very loud, a bit like me, I suppose. I'm very quiet when I'm in public, and when I'm in my own comfort zone, then I'm much more open, and you know, more of my personality comes out then. So I kind of felt like he's a bit like that. People perceive him as shy, but he's definitely not shy. He just kind of keeps to himself, but once he's in his comfort zone, then he's completely a different person. So that was sort of the vibe behind it. But he does have 10 daughters. Now I kind of imagine that maybe some of them were with 2 separate women, perhaps. So the older children were with his first wife, maybe something tragic happened, and then he remarried, and now he is split up with his second wife. So she's still alive, you know, not so tragic, but she is no longer partnered with him, which is totally fine. I kind of feel like maybe she lives in the city as well, but she lives in a bigger apartment. Maybe she's got a fancier job, but he kind of prefers the more chill life. And I kind of felt like maybe he was into gardening, so he does help out at the local community gardens and stuff. But I think that maybe his main job is one of those, what's that eco lifestyle job, but they're a conservationist. That's the wrong word. Conservationist, is that the word? I don't know, but I hope you guys know what I mean. But it does come with eco lifestyle, so I think it is probably that he does as a job, but who knows. But if you do download this household, then do let me know. I'll probably be making every single family that I'm discussing, but it will be later on in the year, next year. So yeah, it's going to take some time, but all being well, we will get it done before the end of next year. Obviously, if I'm redoing every single world, and in this particular lot, there are loads of apartments, so it's not just like one house and then the lot's done, you know, there's lots of mini apartments inside one building, so it's going to take some time, but I'm really looking forward to showing you guys, so I hope you guys like it. And like I said, if you do have any suggestions, do let me know. I'm always up for suggestions. But yeah, I did get a comment yesterday or the day before that you guys wanted to like get some build tips as I'm building, so I'm gonna give you some. I did that in yesterday's video, but I thought I'd do some today as well. So in the kids room, my biggest tip is to just make it feel as lived in as possible. When I was younger, I had a lot of toys, and I'm an only child, so my grandparents always bought me. I wasn't a spoilt child in terms of like my personality. I always appreciated everything. I don't think I ever really asked for anything. I just got given a lot of stuff, you know. So my room was just full of stuff, but I did play with it. I looked after it like impeccably well, which is, you know, one of the things I'm most like happy about from my childhood. All of my stuff is still looks like it's new, other than aging, of course, because, you know, I'm 24, so some of the stuff from I had from when I was like an infant is definitely broken because it got brittle, which is heartbreaking, but you know, you get what I mean. So I had a lot of stuff, and I think that's probably one of my biggest tips for building, is just to kind of make it feel very cluttered, very lived in, but not to the point where it's like non-functional, you know. But that is my biggest tip for the bedrooms, and to make it very bright and colourful. I find it really fun making really bright bedrooms, just because there's so much creativity that you can like unleash in the kids' rooms especially, and yeah, that's probably my biggest tip. But moving on from that, when you create bathrooms, I think my biggest tip for bathrooms is having a colour sequence that you kind of run with, and to know if the bathroom is for a family, is it for two parents, is it for just kids, and kind of like incorporating their personality within the bathrooms as well, because personally I don't love bathrooms, but lately I have been adding in these little baskets filled with toys, and I definitely like them a lot more than I did before. So it's kind of finding that like little thing that makes you enjoy it a little bit more, in my personal opinion. But yeah, so now moving on to the dad's room. Now this is quite a small room. It is only is it 3 by 4? I think so. So it's quite small, and the double bed is only on one side, so it's a little bit frustrating that it's a little bit small in here. How many times can I say a little bit in a sentence? But I really like it, and I think the colour scheme turned out really nice. But that is probably my biggest tip for smaller rooms, is just to try and fill it as much as possible, but without making it non-functional. Because when you live in small spaces, I kind of feel like if you just put in the bare minimum, it just feels so basic and it's not fun to play with. So when you fill it with a lot of stuff, it feels way more realistic, because obviously if you are living in close quarters and you have very minimal space, then it will be very cluttered. So just try and make it as realistic as possible. And the same with the kids' room. This is the second kids' room, and we do have a lot of daughters, so the other 5 are in this room, but it is a slightly smaller room, and sometimes a lot of the space is just beds, and that can be kind of frustrating. But just try and fill up the space with some teddies, some wall decor, and just having like a feature wall also helps. So I did add in this background from Dream Home Decorator, I do believe it's from, and it just kind of added a little bit more texture to the room, and that's the way I like to roll. So with that being said, I am going to end the voiceover by here for today, guys. I really appreciate you all so very much. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Like always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, share it with a friend, turn the notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another speed build. Thanks for watching. Bye, lovelies.
All I need is one night to change your mind. Wait until the morning before you get out of here. Yeah, baby, we need more time. Yeah, more time to change our lives. Yeah, we could be the greatest if you just give us a chance. Yeah, can we just stop fighting one time? Can we just stop fighting one time? Can we just stop fighting one time? Yeah, and have a good life. Can we just stop fighting one time? Can we just stop fighting one time? Can we just stop fighting one time? Yeah, and have a good life. You were passing by, surrounded by all those butterflies.
circle in an arrow heart. Somehow you make me feel whole. I wouldn't have to be